All right, so trying to put together this Coleman 8-person tent. This thing is terrible. 150 bucks, bought it online. Montana, there it is. And have the 4 corners staked so far. I tried to put the rainfly on. It added more weight and compressed it. Just so everybody's super overly clear. Directions are terrible. It had 2 of the poles backwards. But man, this thing is not great. And again, we had to stake it down just to try to keep wind from picking the tent up, moving it. But this thing just has crazy amounts of movement. I mean, you can see it just shifting side to side, and it's barely, I mean, without any effort, just moving. And there's nobody inside, so full disclaimer. We got the door put in. That's probably not a really good video there. I apologize. But got the poles that go in there. This hoop that runs around, it's embedded. This thing was, I thought I was gonna have to break it by trying to jam it and put it back in there. I mean, I like the look of it. I don't like how these are twisted. These pieces right here. So to clip these off and on, like they shouldn't have to twist. It's just gonna add unnecessary energy and pressure to it. So that I don't like. These poles don't have much in the terms of their keys to be able to put in there. So, you know, if you got this stake down, theoretically it shouldn't pull out. But this thing doesn't have, I mean, absolutely hardly any movement whatsoever. And this thing is moving all around. I mean, I'm barely pulling this thing. And the rainfly, again, is only going to add just that much more weight to it. Even if you try to stake the rainfly down, it's still gonna pull it. We were gonna go camping in this weekend, setting it up just to go from there. But the biggest pole that they have is the one that I haven't put in yet. And man, that's just, I mean, like I said, when we put the rainfly on, it just added just a crazy amount of weight. It started to fall to one side. So I'm gonna be returning this. I'm not gonna use this. This thing is a hunk of junk. Price point is super appealing, which is why we bought it. But I mean, the wind is barely moving and this thing is shaking all around. Like, if this is just the frame without the rain tarp on it, there's no way that this thing should be in there. So if you're sleeping in this tent and this is what's going on, couldn't have asked for a better opportunity here. Look at that thing. It's crazy. Just really much of a letdown. I have not camped with it, full disclaimer. I have not finished the setup, which says setup made easy. Yeah, I'm just not impressed. I mean, we had a Eureka pole, or Eureka tent. It was like an 8-person. The main clip at the top, it just snapped. It was plastic. Like 22 years it lasted. And then we've got this thing. And it hasn't seen one camping trip yet. And whenever we put those poles in, they were very robust. Even after 22 years, this is brand new. And this thing has so much play. I mean, I mean, you put the rainfly on there, even if you stake it all down, it's still just gonna act as more of a parachute, because this is the bones of your tent right here. And it's not okay. I mean, this is just a disaster. So I would really encourage anybody looking to buy the Coleman 8-person Montana to not. And maybe you have a better scenario. Maybe your outcome has been better. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. But just on the light breeze of 5 miles an hour, maybe 10 today, and this is what we're getting, I'm not happy with it. So just do a quick walk around. I mean, it's a big tent, I'm not gonna lie. It's got a lot of room. It's got a lot of opportunity in here. But I am just not feeling it. I'm not feeling this. I mean, this is just eventually gonna pull these welds out. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up or not very well. It's gonna pull those out over time, because it's twisted like that, and they're every single one of them are like that. So not not overly happy about this. And then to get in this bad boy, where's the zipper? The zipper's down here. I do like the rigidity of the door. It's kind of this, there's a pole in there, which you have to attach. Makes it kind of nice. And this is coming inside. I mean, I'm 6 foot, just kidding. I'm like 5'11". I can stand up and, I mean, I'm just right to here. So, I mean, it's spacious. I mean, I'm not upset about that. I don't know what that is. That must have came with the tent. But, yeah, I mean, this thing is just moving like crazy. Like I said, we had the Eureka 8-person, was like 22 years or whatever we made it. Got it from the in-laws, borrowed it, and then it finally broke after 10 years of using it. 9 years of using it. I mean, the poles are just flying back and forth. You can see that. That's the frame of this bad boy. So, yeah, super not impressed. $150, super appealing, but just the initial setup, not great. So again, I'd love to know if I just suck at putting tents together. So I don't think I am, because I've put together tents for years, tent camped for years. This is by far the overall worst I've ever seen it. So yeah, I mean, that sway is kind of obnoxious in my opinion. It's just a light breeze. I mean, you can tell from everything else. I mean, it's not blowing really heavy. Wife's got flowers back here. Be a real easy indicator. They're dying out of season now. It's coming toward the end. It's almost October. But yeah, not great.